Oh, hello everyone. I've decided to do a video or multiple videos on 3v3. I felt that if I tried to put it into one video, it'd either be really long or I'd just be missing stuff and it wouldn't make sense. So I thought, right, what's an easy topic to go through that I think could help a lot of players? And that's going to be going through a little bit of like a couple of roles. So roles in the game don't really exist. Everyone is a mixture of support, attack, and everything in between. And it's not as simple as there's an attacker and a defender. But players are always going to be more one than the other. So, for example, Idri is more a support player than I am. Just how it is. He attacks, I defend, I support, he defends and supports. But you're always going to have a balance. And like for example, my 2v2 teamwork partnership with Morph, I'm more of attacking than him. So a lot of the time he will step back and I will step forward so that I'm in the front for the attack. And so the main purpose of this video isn't to tell you, make your team versus with supports and attacks and whatever. My advice would be have a balance. So however aggressive you are, have somebody or the rest of your team to balance it out so that you have a reasonable amount of support for the amount of attack you have. So that it at least makes sense and you can make it work. In theory, TUA style works that everyone's perfectly balanced attack and defense. Not going to happen, but everyone works towards that. People that aren't good or natural attackers practice to get better at attacking. Simple as that, and vice versa. So we're always looking at what our weak spot is. So this video, I wanted to do a bit of support, and it's not necessary. This isn't like this is a support player, a guide to it, all of it. Instead, I watch a lot of support players, and I think a lot of them miss out on a part of the game that would help out, and I feel that support players that do this are infinitely more valuable than support players that don't. And secondly, there are support players that have certain matches or situations where they don't know what to do, and they look and probably feel like they're not adding a lot of value to the team, not helping a lot. And I thought, right, what's a good way of teaching players how to add value without having to like retrain themselves too much or drastically change their style or get themselves killed. So I'll go through what I mean. I'm playing around here. I'll start from the beginning, obviously, where I play it. Now I've played this role before when I was in TUA with two staffers in the main lineup. This is the role I played. It's a fun role if you know how to play it and you're confident. Now the two skills that you want are some ground red and some movement. It does rely on that. You don't have to be amazing at it. It's more this will help you learn these things, and if you keep it simple without being too risky, then you're not going to put yourself in a position that you're going to be dying. Like it's not. I expect you to rush in and dominate people. It's not the purpose of it. It's a very if you can do some very reasonable basic ground red that you're comfortable with, then you will be able to add this to your game to a certain degree, and it will add value if you're more of that passive support player. Anyway, I'll get straight into it. So I'm not going to be going into the front of the line. I'm going to be someone at the back supporting. Now, at the beginning, it's a little tough. My aim is diabolical, but more importantly, my teammates are fucking. MNU is all over the goddamn place. And this video is a lot more jittery than I hoped. Anyway. So if you notice, I'm not rushing in here. The purpose of this support player, and I get absolutely destroyed there, isn't frags, and it isn't to rush in. It's not, I'm jumping in to save you. It's not it. Sometimes I will if I feel like it's necessary, but that is a bad job done in my opinion. You're there to keep shape, keep space, and to take the attention away. So if we saw a second ago, the staffer was looking at me and all I did is stand there and take a step back and swing. I don't need to help or do something if I'm wasting that staffer's time. I'm already doing a job. Like here. I'm not chasing him, and I'm not chasing anyone here. This is a great pause. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Now in the 3v3, there's the extra third person, I'm usually dealing with him. But the number one thing to notice that a lot of you spot players don't do, get in closer. I'm in a position here that I could jump either core on the left or freeway on the right, I believe it is. And I can come in and help. Or, for example, if core starts to be a problem, I can run straight for core now and block him away from the other two and stand in between to be this shield. That type of thing is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be taking the pressure off of those two. But right now, I'm just about space. Neither of these two are watching their backs. Why? Because they trust me. Because I'm here, guys. I'm the first contact. If someone comes into backstab, almost definitely going to be me. And I should be looking around. I'm not looking around because I'm focusing on this. And the guy died not so long ago, so I'm giving a bit of like leeway. And I'm also not switched on. But yeah. So if I just take it, pause back, he dies, and I'm like straight in. I should have been, yeah, that's a decent range that I got. And I took a step in further there, and it's like, because I was talking to Murbor about this, it's really difficult to explain how he's slow to react to things. So I'm here. I'm in my position, that's why I stop. He moves forward. The second he moves forward to try and go for the attack, I take a step forward. I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get engaged. These two are in a bad spot. They've been playing and they got a kill, I think. So they're not focused on him. I need to take a step forward, deal with this guy, follow this guy, chase him in. And I try to, but I wasn't expecting, I'm going to guess that's MNU to do that. I might be wrong. But so it went a bit wrong. But the idea is I pushed in closer and I was ready to support. Also, you notice that the other thing that you'll notice at that point, if I can go back, because this is, as I say, a good example, I won't be pausing all the time, is, oof, I wish I could take it back just one little second. Yeah, I'm really shit at controlling this bollocking thing. And I'm sorry that we're going back over the same bit, but he's looking at me. He's just going to turn around to look at this guy, but he also saw me. So basically what they're doing, and this is a really important part of the fence, as I was explaining to MNU today, that Idri does. In this scenario, where things are messy and your teammate's suddenly under pressure and in the corner, if you have good teamwork, they're looking for you, and you're looking for them. Because the idea that every time this happens, I should be jumping in to save them is not the case. Because that necessarily may fuck them over more and put them in a tighter position. It may make just more of a mess. However, another way of doing it is I just stand there and let this guy run to me. He runs to me, I start moving towards, sorry, this guy runs, I'm using my finger, this guy runs to me and I start focusing on this guy. That means that this guy can run and get past or jump away to the space that I'm holding. He can focus on the person that's about to be spawned, the staffer. And he doesn't have to worry about this guy worries about this guy. You all take a guy. But in this scenario, I saw that this guy was under pressure, so I went to help. And then, obviously, all three are back now. And then I saw my chance here to shadow core out. So my teammates have just got out of pressure. I'm trusting them to deal with someone behind me. As I say, I'm not great at this role, so I'm going to get backstabbed a couple of times, I think. But I'm here thinking, hold core in, slow him down. Slow down the game. Because that's what a support player does a lot of the time. Slow down the game, make space. Slow down the game, make space. I'm holding you here. Core, you're not fucking going. You're going to have to run away. And now I'm holding two of them. And they're both focused on me, and that's fine. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried that I'm in the corner here. I'm not worried that that two of them are focused on me. Because as far as I'm concerned, as someone that is a support player playing this role, that's great. I'm taking up the attention of two players, and I can play defensively and try and nullify both of them, or damage one of them. Or I could set up my teammate with a backstab, or allow them to 2v1 the other guy. I'm happy with this. Blah, 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 blah. They both run in. I jump into space. I make the triangle. Get in. Don't go jumping in stupidly and ruin shape, because you're the main person for the shape. Shape, shape, shape. Staffer wants to come to me. Don't care. I'll waste your time. Whoop, get backstabbed. And now I want to get closer to that, because if you saw, and yeah, as I say, I wasn't going to pause all the time. Teammate, he's looking at me. He doesn't give a shit about that staffer. What he wants to do is get past that, allow me to fucking get in the middle of the two. And I'm not bothered about staff. He moved back, I moved with him. He moved towards me, I just played defensive or moved back. I'm wasting his time. I'm not really caring. And I do fuck up, absolutely. I'm not that used to this. But yeah, now I'm just not that bothered about core. I'm trying to make space here, trying to take attention away. Sticking to the middle here. They're all jumping around me. I'm not bothered. I hit him, I took some damage. And I'm just kind of making sure I'm always trying to be close enough, and I fuck up there. But Core dies with it. And I'm going to pick up soon because I'm going to start to warm up to this. But I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. Making sure Core doesn't backstab someone, attacking this one on the ground, just pushing, making space. Went to attack that opening, blah 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 blah. Just wanted to push him back there. I'm holding the space, I'm following him, like, no, no. Want to be in the middle, to be able to affect more stuff. No, no, no. Now, my teammate fucked me there. This guy, I'm going to fucking assume that's MNU, because I don't think Morph, my boy, my Precious, would ever fucking do that. But he was 1v1ing a staffer over on this right hand side. I'm looking at two people over here, and he jumps over me, stops watching his fucking player, and I get backstabbed. Fuck you, MNU. I can almost guarantee that that's Morph right there. It is Morph right there. I was right. It is the MNU that fucked me. So what do I do after that? The attacker runs in because I asked these two to be the more active players, and I'm not sure how close I should be because I'm not sure, because it's kind of a big area. I'm not 100% confident jumping straight in there, but now I am supporting. Now I take a step back. I'm just standing in a position to be involved. Push him back. Fuck him. Don't care. Wasting his time. Don't care. I'm not interested in damage. I'll riddle out of situations. I miss this completely. All day long. Don't care. Don't react. Got him caught in the corner there. Could have been damage. Staff there. I'll take the staff. I'll waste his time. There. Don't care. Took a step back because he was pushing towards me. Then he turned around and I took a step forward. Don't care. Just breaking it up, turned around, they'll deal with him, I'll deal with these two. And it looks like I'm going for kills or whatever, I'm not. Jump away, get back into that space. Don't care. Push him, make him focus on me. Don't care. Disrupting him from backstabbing my teammate. Finding space. Don't care. As soon as I saw that Core wasn't attacking me and he was in that corner, I turned around. I didn't need to rush into him. I'm not looking to pressure, because as I say, I'm just showing you purely the supportive side, where I don't have to rush into people, I don't have to attack people. More supportive. I had to deal with him because my teammate was attacking someone else and he was left open. Found some space. I want to get rid of that staffer. I want to block him from attacking someone else. Core's fighting me. Don't care. I'm in the space. I'm in the central spot now. Don't care. Just waiting to support my teammate. Was trying to catch him in the sky. Got fucked. And you'll see I'm starting to pick up more and more how to do this. Taking that central spot. Not over-engaging. Don't care. You want to come to me? Don't care. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not looking for frags, but if you're going to run into my saber, that's fine. Same for him. I'm not rushing in. I saw what was happening, and I just support. Block him off. Fuck you. Deal with me. Now that you've jumped away, I turn around and deal with something else. He's back to me. I'll focus on him. Don't care. Do what you want. They can focus on me. All I have to do is back off and find space. I'm not looking for frags. I'm not looking for doing something major. I'm taking attention away, absorbing their pressure, and then trying to protect my teammates and support them directly. And I'm going to talk a bit at the end about this, because it's not that simple. I wasn't. See, it's a good example there, and that's something that I should explain. That I was just looking at him. I was just saying, "Oh, I'm here." And as soon as he jumped away into a corner where he's not a threat to my teammate and he's not taking space, I'm like, "Oh no, well fuck him then. I'm not here to chase. I'm here to help. Turn around. 2v1 here. Oh, that's where I need to be." And I did a little jump there, and it wasn't I'm going for an attack. It wasn't a jump attack. It was I need to quickly get into that area to help against these two players. The core turned around and stopped attacking, so I did. My teammate can deal with one staffer. More fucked me, but it was a bit of I got pushed back into him. But yeah. Shit can happen, as I say. Oofed. Got in closer. See the staff on the left. I'm just focusing on him, and now I'm just controlling that space, getting in front of him and the staff, supporting. Oh, he can swing. I don't really care. I'll push him. Push and don't let them absorb their pressure and push back a bit. Get the space, get in the position. See, I'm just following that staffer. I'm not running in because I'm holding the shape. I can't really. I don't know how else to explain it. But if I was in here, close to him, he couldn't jump here. If I was in here, then we don't have like a triangle of any sort or like a decent shape. See, I jumped back there. See, yeah, it's a good example. It's a good, really good example there. Have I gone forward? I think I went forward. Yes, I did. So, no, fuck all of you. Well, yeah. So it's a good example, and M&E will do this. So M&E was over here. He jumped over to the left. Sorry, Morph was here, jumped to the left. M&E was here, killed, jumped to the right. I jumped back this way. Everyone jumps back in their area. We're a triangle. We're suddenly holding space and we're suddenly like keeping the shape and jumping back into our own space. And now the people that can take up the space take up the space. I'm not jumping in. I saw that I needed to support him. I jump in quickly and jump back. I wasn't really focusing on doing damage. I was just disrupting the enemy, and that made a bit of a mess. Okay, Morph's in front of me. Did a jump there. I didn't need to. It's entirely up to you how you guys do that side of things, how much backstabbing and jumping you want to do. But you have to have an element of controlling the space. See, I'm not jumping in there. I'm waiting for that timing, and I got him. Because you can't see there because it's really choppy, but that was Morph, and he looked at me, and he was setting me up. I wasn't jumping in to save him because that wouldn't have helped him. That would have just taken up the space, unless he was really in a I'm gonna die situation, because then I can maybe get in and help, or I can maybe kill both of them, and it's better than just him dying. What happened was I'm watching. He looked at me. He takes a step back to set up me, and I get a backstab. That wasn't me saving him. That was him setting me up with a backstab. Really, really different. Right, so I'm just controlling the space. I see a bunch of shits coming in, so I went to counter it. Hello, cat. I didn't rush into Waterboy there. He came to me. I'm not bothered about the staffer. I'm just like, I didn't do any damage there. I'm just like, get fucking lost. I'm not bothered about Waterboy there. I'm just trying to disrupt him. Same with that staffer. I'm just disrupting him. I'm not looking for the frags. Just like there, I was just trying to like be a problem to Waterboy a little bit. Maybe push him, maybe cause problems. And I'm just watching and trying to support. Just doing a bit of disruption. I'm not looking for the kill, though I fucked up there. I was just kind of disrupting. Wanted to get in front of the staffer and the player. The player let me do that. I stopped the staffer there and he's taking damage. I'm staking in this middle bit here, trying to be close to everyone, disrupting him, don't care. As soon as he turns to face me, don't care. This guy, just holding him there. Just purely holding him there. Giving space to my attacking faster players to do shit. Letting those two go in, I'm just kind of holding space, checking behind me. Don't care. I'm not stressed, I'm not looking for frags. I got backstabbed because I'm falling asleep. Disrupting that staff knows I'm behind him now, so then turned around to kill me. and then got hit because he did. But I'm not searching for frags. And I find that a lot got that kill there just before I got backstabbed. And I find that a lot of backstabbers, their mentality is, or support players are, I want to get frags, but I'm going to get frags by baiting everyone else and just staying alive and being that guy that just snipes everyone. I don't think that's good enough. I think you've got to do more. And I think, because I'm not a very good backstabber, as you can see here, I'm not that sort of player. I think that doesn't help out your teammates very much. And I think sometimes you're going to be a detriment if it's a tough game. I'm trying to rewind there. So in this scenario, I'm going to jump in here. Wait, I'm not doing anything, and then suddenly there. That's Morph. I know Morph. He knows me. I'm waiting for him to jump out so that I jump in and I block off these two from following Morph. Gives him some space. Now I can't deal with that third person as well. It's a combination of understanding of your teammate. You've got to deal with this person or these two players, and I'll deal with this one in this moment. Because one player can't deal with it all, and I've slowed them down, and now I don't care. I don't care. That's kind of the attitude you want to have. You're not looking for frags. You don't care. I made the space and time for Morph, and now these two are making the space and time for me to get out of that situation. And as soon as I landed, that player went to the right of me, so that I had this space. Don't care about the staff. Don't care. Just swung. He walked into my saber. I'm pushing up to be useful to this guy. I'm just pushing. I'm just being a presence. Now, admittedly, that was another case of people not watching backs, because I'm slightly more ahead of, I'm one of the two people that are in the attacking here, so that third person should be watching my back. He's trying to get into the fight here, and he shouldn't. He should be a bit more supportive. So I get minced here. But whatever. I can see that staff is focusing on me, so I don't care. I'm just waiting for him. I'm wasting his time. Nearly get you bastard. Because I'm not saying you should never look for frags and you should never go for the kills in your own plays. I'm just trying to add this element to your game. Would help out a lot of people. So the two things that I need to explain is why you're doing this. So the reason why I'm doing that is so that these two players don't have to watch their backs as much. It means that they're not under the same amount of pressure. If shit goes wrong, I'm there to push in, like we saw with Morph towards the end there, to support them so that they can go back. They have an out. They have someone watching their backs. They know somebody's not just going to jump in and fuck them over. It means that they get to do things how they want. I'm allowing them control over their own play by holding some space, taking the attention away from them, and being close enough to support them if desperately needed. And that helps an awful lot. I can't express, in the past there were ground players that would be just masters of this. If you look at fucking Star Aiming, they would have a player or multiple players that would be really good on the ground. And that's what they did. They would push in and hold space. And it's good if you can get a whole team doing that, but obviously nowadays you can't. But support players, the ones that are going to be not jumping around all the time because they weren't as bigger jumpers, and going for the more direct pressure, it's so useful to have a player like this. It's so useful. Thund used to be it for us, and he was great. And you didn't have to worry so much. And he was a tank. But it does need a certain amount of ground red. And the last thing that I'll explain is the difference between ground red attacking and pushing. What I did there was pushing. Nearly all of it. I can't remember any ground red attacks I did. I might have, but I can't remember. And the difference between pushing and attacking is you're not attempting to hit anyone with a push. That's not the purpose of it. It may happen. And sometimes you have to do really, really more aggressive pushes in order to be more effective at the actual pushing. But it depends on the opponent and how comfortable you are. But a push is just to move them. If I'm running towards someone and swinging, and they think, oh, this is easy to evade, that's fine. That's what a push is, where both sides know this is easy to dodge, but you are dodging, you are moving, and most of the time you are looking at me. and you are getting away from this area. That's what you want. You want low risk push rather than I'm trying to hit you. That means they can't yellow spam you or the staff can't counter you, but you're forcing them to move back a bit. Even if it's just a few steps, and you're forcing them to turn around and focus on you, which pisses them off, which means that they're not able to do that backstab or that 2v1 that they're trying to do. Just be a nuisance, push them. And then you're in that more central part of the map, you've got your two attacking players in front of you, left and right, and you're that other part of the triangle. Make sure you're in a good position to be effective, and you're just pushing people. That's it. And you're being ready to deal with stuff. And if people are focusing on you, just play defensive, fall back if you need to. The more they're pushing forward to you, the more they're pushing you back, the more you're wasting their time, and your teammates are not having to be backstabbed. If you want to take it further, then you can bully people more, and you can push them away more. But it depends on what your teammates are doing and the type of players you're playing with. You could be playing with a staffer, and that may change things. You might be playing with people that jump a lot and don't do much ground, or you might be doing it with people that are slower paced. Adapt it, and you might be a really good backstabber, and you might want to add more backstabs into that sort of thing. But if at times you can just hold space and push away enemies and be in that central place closer to your teammates, great. Because what I see is support players miles away, edge of the map on next to walls or drops and stuff, holes, not doing anything. Watching, don't know what to do, getting pushed back and getting harassed, and then that harasser then goes off and backstabs someone and they're not doing anything. Keep up with the game. When that third player is attacking you, fine, you can fall back, but as soon as he turns around, you're pushing back and following him. You're on top of him. You're taking up that space. Hopefully, best case scenario is you're pushing that person around and keeping that space and pushing him away from the fight. But do what you can. Every little bit helps. Anyway, I hope this was useful. Peace out.